Welcome to Relational Effectiveness. My name is John Hoerauf. I'm sitting in for my wife, Lynn, and I want to thank the Strategic Advisor Board for sponsoring this video. Today is part 2 of finding your authentic motivation. And what I'm going to do today is just kind of give you an example of one that might fit that we can then use to walk through your own experience. What I'm going to do is talk about something I brought up in an earlier video about somebody. You might have two people that have heart attack, and they both decide they're going to change their life. They're going to eat right, they're going to exercise, they're going to drink a lot of water, stop drinking pop, all those kinds of things that they know that they need to do to be healthier. And for some reason, one of them continues and makes a life change. The other one does it for a few months and then just kind of goes back to the way it was. And that was an example I brought up back in the beginning on why is it that you can be motivated to change, but not be able to maintain it. Now, in light of what we've talked about, you can see if somebody's just using their willpower to do it, that's not going to last. If it's something that goes against their identity, let's say I just see myself, I'm just a middle-aged fat guy, and I can try really hard to not be and try to eat differently, but that's not going to change how I see myself. So if I'm eating salads and not drinking pop and all that kind of thing, I can do it for a while, but inside I know deep down, I'm not happy with this. What I want is a donut. What I want is a hamburger and fries and a big Coke. And whatever the case might be, I'm fighting against who I am. So that's where I'm talking about changing identity. But if we look a little bit deeper at the goals that we have, that can also kind of help look at this, and that can adjust the identity. So let's take that first person who tries it and doesn't do it. They have goals to lose weight. They have goals to eat healthier. But their reason for doing it is that I want to be healthy. I don't want to have another heart attack. But they're not changing who they are. They're an unhealthy person in their identity, the way they see themselves, trying to act like a healthy person. And that just doesn't last. But the person who it does last, maybe what they do is their desire, their goal, their outcome isn't to eat better. It isn't to lose weight. Their desire is, I want to live. Somehow this really affects them, that I want to see my kids grow up. I want to see my grandkids. I want to be here and live a long life. And their desire moves deeper from, I want to eat healthier, I want to lose weight, to, I want to live. And that affects you at a foundational level. And so this person now who says, I want to live, for them what happens is they start seeing themselves differently. They don't see themselves as a fat person. They see themselves as a person with this strong desire to live. And therefore, if my desire is to live, what does that mean for my behaviors? I'm going to bring those behaviors into line. I'm a person that wants to live. What does a person that wants to live do? Well, they exercise. That's how they act. People that want to have a long life exercise. People that want to have a long life stop smoking. People that want to have a long life, if that's the person that I am, it's not just a desire, it's an identity. I am somebody who wants to have a long life. Well, then when I'm presented with a big plate of nachos, which smell really good and which normally I would have wanted, or a healthy meal, I don't just think, well, I've been healthy so far, I can cheat and I can have this. It doesn't fit with who I am. I am a healthy person. I am a person who wants to live a long life. That big plate of nachos doesn't fit me. Maybe I take half of it or a third of it and I put the rest to take home and I eat that. But I'm not trying really hard to go against my identity anymore. I'm actually choosing a new identity and living according to what that is. So that's an example of that. I'm not using behavior to change my identity, where if I eat right and exercise, then I'll become skinny. What I'm doing is changing who I am in my mind. I am a healthy person. And what does a healthy person do? A healthy person gets up in the morning when they don't feel like it to go for a run. Or they stay, when they get home from work, they go for a walk right off the bat. They decide to eat healthy food. They decide to drink enough water because that's who they are. And then the more it becomes you, the more you just naturally go toward that. Now, that's not an easy change, but over time it becomes easier and easier because you fall into habits that fit with who you are. So that's an example of that. In the next video, we're just going to kind of start applying that a little bit more to you. So I'd encourage you to kind of keep working through some of this stuff, thinking about how this fits for you, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.